go. Rain is coming. It is inbound. Woo! It's supposed to rain for the next few days. So I thought I might as well bust out a couple of videos before it starts to. You see all that? That's all rain clouds. Come on. Finally. So one time, when I was living on campus, I had 4 roommates, and we'd never been to a party before together. So we decided one time we should go, and there's this local, I guess you could say a frat house that was throwing a party that night. So we all decided to go to this party, and we went over there around oh, she looks good. And when we went over there was a shit ton of beer, 2 kegs, a bunch of girls. It was great. It was a good party. So we're all out on the back porch, just chilling. We're all smoking cigarettes, just talking, hanging out. It was a pretty good time. And my buddy, he decided to go inside to get some more beer. As he went inside, maybe 5 minutes later, this girl comes out and she's screaming that there's cops. So we're like, oh shit. Everybody outside was like, oh shit. And people just started scattering. My buddy, who was almost passed out drunk against the railing, stood up and tried to hop over the railing. We had to pull him back, because if he hopped over the railing, there was a shit ton of broken glass and all that stuff down there, and that wouldn't have ended well for him. Me and my buddy pulled him back, and ooh, helicopters. And they said they needed to get out of there, but our other buddy just went inside to get some more beer. So I said I'll go get him. When I went inside, I was searching everywhere. I went upstairs, downstairs, in the basement. I was calling out his name. I couldn't find him. He was nowhere to be found. So after about a couple minutes of searching for him, I said it's about time I need to get out of here before these cops come in, because I wasn't of age. None of us were, and I didn't want to get a ticket. That wouldn't have been fun. So I said screw it, and I walked back out onto the back porch. My buddies went through the back, through the woods, but I decided, I saw a group leaving for this side road, this little street, and I decided to go with them. So I hopped over the side banister, and I went with them on the side road. I didn't see any cops out in front of the building or anything, but they could have been around the corner. So I slowly just walked back to my apartment, or my dorm, looking like normal. Didn't really do anything sketchy. But I came upon this parking garage that cops normally patrolled through. And on campus they had a rule that if you were caught with alcohol in your system, then you had been given a ticket, because you would basically be an open container of alcohol. That's what their rule was. So I didn't want to go through this parking garage, because I was drunk as shit. So instead of going through this parking garage, I decided to be smart, and I was like, I'll go on the outside of the parking garage. And on the left side of this parking garage, it was just a bunch of woods and shit, you know. So I started going into these woods, but I fell off this ledge, and at the time the ledge felt 10 feet tall, and I fell to the bottom, and I was just laying in ivy. I figured it was dark as shit, so I figured I couldn't get through this. It was too dark, so I'm gonna have to take my chances with the parking garage. So I got back up and I climbed up the ledge, and then I went through the parking garage. And there's no cops, so I got away that time, so that was pretty good. And I got back to my dorm and I noticed none of my roommates were there, since I haven't seen them since I left the house. Oh, I kind of wanted to go down that road. So when I didn't see any of them, I kind of got a little worried, thinking they might have gotten busted. But I figured, you know, it wouldn't be a good thing if I was this drunk going searching around campus for my buddies, because most likely I would just get caught myself. So I decided I would just take it easy and sit inside. Well, a few hours go by and my buddies come back to the dorm, and they're, you know, giggling and they're fine, but they're muddy as shit and one's missing his shoes. And I asked them, I was like, what happened? They said they ran through the back and ended up going through this golf course and through these woods, and one of them had a cut on his leg because he hit this wire that was randomly chilling in across the golf course. So the next day we decided to go get his shoes back out of the mud pit that he stepped into. So we went back the next day, and when we went back, we started talking to the homeowners, the people that threw the party, and they said there was actually no cops. This girl thought she saw a cop, so she screamed cops, and basically that's how the party ended. So they said a couple people came back, but most of the people left. So I thought that was a little stupid girl, screaming that there's cops, but there's not really a cop there. Because I told my buddies about my experience, and they wanted to go check out the sledge. So we went to go check out the sledge, and it was, no joke, probably only 6 inches to a foot high. It was basically a step. So I fell off a step into some ivy and just rolled around at the bottom for a little bit. So if anybody was watching that, they would have probably thought I was pretty fucking stupid. Oh, come on, use your turn signal. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, there you go. Turn it on right as you turn. That's good. So yeah, if anybody saw that, I was probably looking pretty stupid that night. But yet again, I was so fucked up. Unbelievably fucked up. So, alright guys, I'll check you later.